Hey guys, welcome back to Shire Skull Studios. It's another Friday deck list, and this time we are going to be going after a deck that I'm absolutely trying to build. I've got about half the deck built, but there are going to be some cards in here that are super expensive, super rare, stuff like that. If you enjoy my content, guys, please like and subscribe. So to support the channel, comment down below, get some interaction going for the YouTube algorithm, and if there's anything you want to change about the deck, add to it, cards you think might not work, please comment down below. I build a lot of casual decks, so anything that like y'all think would make the deck better, make it more fun. If you have like some interesting combo ideas, stuff like that. I don't know if I put an infinite combo in this deck. I didn't try to. Mostly, this deck is going to be a transforming deck. We're going to be flipping cards. That's why I named it. I don't think sleeves help, because you're going to be taking cards in and out of your sleeves just to flip them over. Got something to drink right quick. Alright. Going on down into it, we have one of my more favorite commanders, Tetsun, Gnome Champion. When Tetsun or another double-faced artifact enters under your control, mill 3 cards. You may put an artifact card among them into your hand. And then craft with 6 artifacts and pay 4 mana to flip Tetsun into the Golden Gear Colossus. When it enters or attacks, transform up to 1 target double-faced artifact you control. Create 2 1/1 colorless gnome artifact tokens with Vigilance and Trample. So yeah, one of my more favorite. He's just a Pokeball that just transforms into a gigantic beat the crap out of you. I really like the aesthetic. I'm always a big robot lover. If you've seen some of my older content and some of my other deck lists, I literally made a Titanfall deck list. So let's go to our Planeswalkers. We have Chandra, who can make vehicles. Mostly, though, it's to sacrifice an artifact or discard a card and draw a card for card advantage. She can make vehicles that we can crew with some of our gnomes. And then we get an emblem whenever our artifact we control enters. It deals 3 damage to any target. That can help later. Mostly card draw and making the vehicles. Dreddy Scrap Savant. He's going to be here for filling our graveyard in our hand with artifacts. -2 to get some artifacts from our graveyard to battlefield. And the -10, if we ever get there, is just going to be to make sure artifacts can come back. Karn the Great Creator is going to be, he's here just to get our artifacts out of our graveyard, and we can animate our non-creature artifacts to hopefully get in some damage and do some other shenanigans. And it is a stacks piece, so I do have Mycosynth Glass in here. I usually never get them both on board, and I let people know what I'm doing. But yeah. Saheeli Sublime Artificer is whenever we cast a non-creature spell, get a 1/1 servo. That is to make expendable artifacts that will go with Tetsun to flip him. For our creatures, I have a bunch of transforming ones because I have 4 cards in here that can turn them into artifacts. So Aang, Swift Savior, Airbend up to 1 target creature or spell, Waterbend 8, transform. When attacks, pull 1 counter each tapped creature you control. So yeah, not too, like, we can do some shenanigans with it, but it's going to be mostly the flip doesn't matter. Ajani, I'm not going to pronounce that, the Parrot Pariah. Enters, makes a cat. When that cat dies, we transform Ajani. Pull 1 counter each cat you control, won't matter. We can 0 him to make a cat. The 0 cost will also burn something. I didn't know that. And then -4 each opponent sacrifice an artifact, creature, enchantment, and a player. Planeswalker from among non-land permanents they control, sacrifice the rest. So there you go. Ancestral Statue is to balance our artifacts so we can try and cast them for like Saheeli. Animpa Call is going to make some gnomes for us and get bigger. RC Sharpshooter is I put in all the Transformers in these colors just to have more transformable, because convert is the same thing as transform. It's just the other universe thing that, I think transform would have been a perfect word for it, not convert. When we cast a spell, it targets one more creature, vehicles you control, put many counters on Arcee, and then we can remove one counters to transform her. I have some ways to put some artifact counters on them, but it's not going to be big. Archangel Avacyn transforms. Mostly, though, our flash ability is to protect our board. Ashling Rekindled fills our graveyard, gives us card draw, and gives us mana. Brutal Cathar is going to be a removal that when he flips is a big, just ward, pay 3 life, but really cool card. Crypto Thrall, other artifacts we control have hexproof. Diversion Unit is going to be a counterspell. Emery is graveyard recursion. Enthusiastic Mechanaut is going to cheapen our artifacts. Filigree Angels for lifelink. Foreboding Statue is a transformable mana rock that will eventually just passively give us mana. Gleaming Geardrake, if we sack an artifact, he's going to get bigger. Goblin Welder is going to be for graveyard recursion. Golden Guardian, hopefully we can transform it into a really decent land that can make artifact creatures. Hannah Ship's Navigator for artifact recursion. Jetfire can remove counters from artifact creatures we control, and we get mana, and then we can pay the 3 blue to convert it. So Transforming Robot. Jorah's Familiar, cheapen artifacts. Junk Diver for graveyard recursion. Kenya Spell Spear is something that we can turn an artifact later and transform it for a really cool ability. Medicant Guidelights makes artifacts where we can copy them. Mycosynth Golem to make artifacts cheaper. Mirror Retriever for graveyard recursion. Optimus Prime will be putting counters on our stuff. Pinnacle Emissary, when we cast artifact spell, we make a drone. Prowl, Stoic Strategist, is going to have counters on him, and we can start casting artifacts again for ETB effects. Ratchet, Field Medic. If we gain life, we get some graveyard recursion, and then whenever non-token artifacts are put to our graveyard, flip them. Sammy Wildcat Captain gives our spells affinity for artifacts. Slicer Hard Muscle is kind of a win con because we're going to be passing him around. Urza Lord Protector makes artifacts cheaper and can meld to make Urza Planeswalker, who can fill our hand, make our stuff cheaper, gain us life, creates soldier tokens that we can expend with our commander, is removal, and is a one-side board wipe. Urza, Prince of Krug, can make copies of our artifacts. Wizard Replica for a counterspell. Workshop Assistant for graveyard recursion. And then Zerta to make our commander's abilities cheaper. 2 creatures, if you wanted to put them in the deck and take out something like Canara, Spell Spear, or any other of the non-artifact transforming ones, you can put in Steel Overseer and the Iron Spider, because they tap opponent counter on each artifact creature you control. If you wanted to make Arcee and Jetfire work more. For sorceries, we have Wake the Past for mass graveyard recursion. For instance, we have Deflecting Swat for protection, Dispatch for removal, Fierce Guardianship for a counterspell, and Flawless Mover to protect our board. For artifacts, we have Agalthas Cauldron. We can exile one of our artifact creatures from our grave to give the transformability to our commander. If it's like Jetfire's P3 to convert them. Or like Arcee if it has counters. There's multiple ways to give our commander the activated abilities. Let me see here. Like Golden Guardian. We can make our commander fight it, and if it would die, return it transformed. Some shenanigans. Arcane Signet, of course. Brass's Tunnel Grinder to fill our graveyard, draw cards, and then each turn we have a card go to the graveyard. If we eventually flip it, it lets us discover X, which is a better cascade. Chromatic Lantern, Commander Sphere, Dowsing Dagger, transforming it to a really good land. Encroaching Mycosynth to turn all of our stuff into artifacts, including like Aang and Ajani, stuff like that. Liquid Metal Coat turns our stuff into artifacts. Liquid Metal Torque is a mana rock that also turns stuff into artifacts. Muslani, the Great Door, draws a card, fills our graveyard, and if we have more types in our graveyard, we can flip it for a decent land. Mycosynth Lattice, again, goes to Karn and shuts out our opponents, but we're not trying to do that. I know some of you want to do that. And if you don't want to be mean, you could take out Mycosynth Lattice, but leaving all the other stuff. Neglected Heirloom, it can transform to a really good one. When a creature, the equipped creature transforms, we transform this. So, shenanigans. Simulacrum Synthesizer is to make us some artifact creatures that we can craft with our commander. Soul Ring. Milestone Weakstone, again, to go with Urza. Thousand Moon Smithy makes us creatures, and then we can eventually turn it to a land that will make us more creatures. For our enchantments, we have Anointed Procession to double our tokens. Corruption of Tawashi incubates 4, and it makes us, if you wanted to put in more incubate stuff, though I don't know, does he say non-token? No, he just says another double face artifact. So if you wanted to do incubate with Tetsun, you can. Storm the Vault. We eventually get treasures. We can flip it. It turns into a Culinarian Academy. Trading Grounds makes it where we just have to exile 6. If this and Zerta are out, our commander only has to just exile 6 artifacts we control and transform. Weapons Manufacturing, a really fun enchantment that I love to play. So whenever we have a non-token artifact enter, whenever we make a munitions token, and when that token leaves play, we deal 2 damage at any target. So if our opponents start board wiping our entire board, even just exiling, we at least can shoot them back. Alright. For our lands, we have Command Tower, pretty easily. Deserted Beach, Exotic Orchard, Flooded Strand, Flood Farm Verge, Hollowed Fountain, Hingegate Pathway, 5 Islands, 5 Mountains, Mystic Monastery, Needle Verge Pathway, Perilous Landscape, 5 Plains, Rogran Triome, Riverglide Pathway, River Pyre Verge, Sacred Foundry, Steam Vent, Stormcarved Coast, Sunbillow Verge, and a Sundown Pass. So pretty consistent lands that have ways to come in untapped besides Mystic Monastery and Rogran Triome. But Mystic Monastery isn't searchable, but it's still a good Triome, and Rogran is searchable. So yeah, pretty decent. This is the exact deck I want to build, except I might take out like a Johnny for Steel Overseer, Iron Spider, and I could do the same thing with Aang if I wanted to. Or I could take out Avacyn. Like, there's a bunch of different ways you might want to switch the deck up. I've playtested it a couple times, and it seemed to do pretty well. So, of course, we are going to test it. Boom. We'll put out Rogran Triome first. Next turn, we're going to play Strand, losing a life. We're going to go grab a Hollowed Fountain and play untapped to lose 2 more life. And all the lands I picked are the exact arts I want to, just because I'm picky. So now we're going to do Gleaming Geardrake, add a clue token. Next turn, Hingegate Pathway, Urza. Let's get our hand emptied. Next turn, Tetsun. Tetsun enters the battlefield. We're going to mill 3. And we get Workshop Assistant to our hand. So far, pretty good. Next turn, We're going to do Medicant's Core. And then we're going to do Neglected Heirloom. When it enters, we're going to mill 3. And we're going to get Guardian to our hand. Oh, wait. Costs 1 less. So I could also pay 1 to copy it. Boop. And on the copy entering, we mill 3. And we're going to get Arcane Signet to our hand. I think we mill 1 more. Yeah. So now we have to go to discard, which is fair. And I think I'm just going to discard a Gianni. Alright, next turn. Zolok Orchard. We're going to pay 1, Arcane Signet, and then we're going to copy it. And then we're going to tap for 1 for a Mer Retriever. Then we'll tap 3 for a Golden Guardian. There we go. And it's a double faced, so we mill 3. And we get Commander Spirit to our hand. Turn 7, we have a good board. Stormward Coast will come in untapped. So we could tap 2 mana, make it 3 for a Command Sphere that enters, and we copy it. And then if we wanted to, we could do 3 mana for Zerta. And then we have 2 mana there, which we'll tap. So we'll only have this Arcane Signet untapped. We'll put it up here. Does this equip for 1? Let's say we can equip it for 1. Then we're going to pay 2. Well, we'll do the non-token one. Boop. Yep. Alright, so equip it. We'll pay the 2 because it makes it cheaper. And we're going to exile 6 artifacts. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Fuck. We'll do 5 and 6. Screw our mana right now. It gets exiled. So we're going to turn over Tetsun, and we're going to turn over our Ashmouth, and we'll say that we trigger them differently. No, it won't do that. Alright, and then we get to transform something else. Do we turn this one over? Yeah, it's the only other one we can transform. We'll transform the Goldforge Garrison. Then we'll tap 2 mana for a Workshop Assistant because I think it's funny. So there you go. Turn 7. Stuff's on the board. Alright, let's go ahead and restart. We're going to test it one more time. Draw for turn. Ooh, this one's going to be a not so great hand, maybe? We'll do Sacred Foundry and play tapped. Next turn. White mana. We do a Johnny making cat. Cat token. Next turn. Oh, this is a bad hand. So yeah, we pretty much lost this one. No, I guess not. We could try it. Nah. Alright. 2 lands. Let's just try it. Next turn. Oh, wait. Well, frick. Well, we'll do our turn 1. So we'll do Command Tower. Next turn. So turn 2 now. We'll play a mountain. We can't play anything, which is fine. Turn 3. Stormcarved Coast. Cast Urza. Makes artifacts cheaper. Next turn, Mountain. We could cast Teton because we have 6 cards in hand to mill. 1, 2, 3. Heirloom to hand, and then we will cast Heirloom for free. When it enters the battlefield, we mill another 3, and we don't get to put any of those to our hand. Next turn. That one's pretty good, actually. So we'll do red, blue, weapons manufacturing, and red, white for RC. RC enters, we mill 3. We're getting Ancestral Statue to the hands. So far is not bad. Like, we're still doing stuff. We make a munitions token. Next turn. So we can cast Slicer, but do we want to cast Slicer? It taps out all of our mana. Do I want to do that, though? How many artifacts do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 7 mana, which we just do not have. Tisk, tisk, tisk here. We could do some shenanigans and just cast Anointed Procession. Next turn, Island. We'll cast for 3 mana. Ancestral Statue? Ancestral Statue enters. Return Heirloom to hand. Make 2 munitions. Cast Heirloom for free because of Urza. Make 2 more munitions. Mill 3. Oh, there's Emery. Well, we'll get Wizard Replica to our hand. Cast Wizard Replica. Making 2 more munitions. Next turn, transform our commander. Just start transforming RC. Good, and then we shoot for 12 damage. It's not bad. Let's do this one more time. Draw for turn. I'm starting to see this one every game. Alright. Fledged Strands, losing a life. We're going to grab... What do I want to grab? We'll grab Sacred Foundry. Close, losing 2 more life. Cast Soul Ring. Next turn. Ooh, actually. Let me see. You are 2 mana. So we'll play our blue mana source. Cast Foreboding Statue and Training Grounds. Next turn, Plains. Cast, putting a Omen on it for Simulacrum Synthesizer. We're going to do 2. Put that on the bottom of the library. Put that back on top. Then we're going to cast our commander. It enters. Make a construct token. Then we mill 3. Jetfire. Could cast it from Mortal Meets the Eye. But we can also get the Heirloom. We're going to get the Heirloom. The Heirloom is just too good for the deck. Next turn. Island. tap for Heirloom. Enters, we mill 3. All go to the grave. Then we'll tap for a red. A counter. To equip. And we'll tap for a red and a white. No, and a blue. For Kenya Spell Spear. And then we'll tap a white. And then we'll dispatch something for removal. Turn 5. Pretty good board, I will say myself. Though we don't have a way to get card draw. So I'm going to tap for a red and a blue for Mechanaut. Just get the counter. We go to an end step. This turns over. This turns over. Not equipped anymore. So now on our next turn we get mana. Next turn. Sadly, Chandra, Spark Hunter does not. Could still cast it. So 2. And a red. And the mana from that. Yep. We'll get Chandra. And we'll play a Plains as our land for turn. 1, 2, 4, 5. Yep. We'll +2 her. We'll sack an artifact. What artifact do I want to sack? We could sack Soul Ring. We don't need it. To draw a card. That's sad. Next turn. That's a little better. Though I am going to add 2 Loath counters. We're going to discard this land to draw a card. We are not trading up today, huh? That Commander Sphere. Make X token. So yeah, this one was a little slow, but we'll do it one more time. One more test to show that they can do shenanigans. Let's restart as a bad hand. There's a good hand. We'll draw. Command Tower. Next turn. Verge. Arcane Signet. Next turn. Do Commander Sphere. Next turn. Fuck. Do Commander. 1, 2, 3. Filigree Angel goes to our hands. Rest goes to the grave. And then we'll cast Emery for free. Next turn. Cast. Let me see here. We need to start casting other stuff. Let's cast Urza. Next turn. Oh man, this is. Oh, I forgot to mill 4. So we would not have gotten this. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we draw. Alright. But this does help us. So view all. Got it. So we're gonna tap Emery for red and a blue and this to cast. No. We'll cast Mendicant Core. Cast that one first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. We have to go to discard now. Discard Filigree Angel. We don't need it. Next turn. This is not a good hand. We could say we try to protect our board so we don't have a hand, but like we have a good hand, we have a decent board, and we can still play and interact with our graveyard. But I think that's going to be it, guys. This deck is fun. You're at least always going to be doing something. At least 90% of the time. You should. And there are going to be ways to make the deck better. But I do hope you enjoy, guys. And I'll see y'all again next time. Bye-bye.